Alrighty folks, it's 5 minutes of 4. I'm going to do part 2. I'm using A minor as an example, mastering the pentatonic. And again, there's nothing about speed. It's about knowing the notes on the fretboard. It's about just getting enough time in a key. We're using A minor as an example. I am in standard tuning because somebody asked me yesterday, because I change tunings, as some of you know. I might do drop down and drop C sharp or just drop D or whatever, but I put 8s on this yesterday. I took this guitar, loosened the strings, cut them off, because I took the custom bucker out and I took the cover off it. So it'd have the page look, because it's got a cool flame on it. It's not killer. You know, it's really cool, even though it don't have a ton in the middle. I just loved it, and I bought it from Sweetwater. You guys are familiar with the Bourbon Burst I have. That's killer. This is the newer model with the rosewood fretboard, and that was a Bourbon Burst that I stripped, and it came out absolutely stunning. That one's heavy, that's 9 even, but I still love it. This one's light, it feels like about 8.7 or 8.10 at the most. So standard tuning, that's got 9s on it, top wrapped. You know, when I get weak, because I take tramadol for pain, a couple things going on, I don't want to get into it, but I put 8s on it because I got some 8s, I got 9s, I got 9.5s, I got a set of 10s up there. So these are perfect for me, having the nerve issues going on and the weakness in the hands and actually aching in the knuckle joints. When you get over 70 years old, you know, I'm thankful to even be here. All right, so part 2 on mastering the A minor pentatonic. You have to look at one because I'm not going to go all over it. I'll go up the fretboard, just play it the way I used to warm up 12 years ago when I was out gigging all the time, just playing instrumental stuff that I created of my own because of learning all these things. There's one more, but screw it, okay? The point is, on anything I learned, I sat down and taught myself. I didn't do a book or YouTube or anything. A friend had written out the basic theory and the scale positions of a key, and all the modes are in, all that stuff. And I already could play. I played in a praise. I never played in a band in my life, but I did play in a praise band. But, I mean, that was all not, you know, it's simple, very easy. I was just joined it to help the church at the time. Anyways. So I did the 6 count. I'll just use the main block that you all know. You learn the other ones, look at part 1 and to do the counts. I did the 6 count in the last video. Do it both ways. All right, and then I did a 5 count. Or that was a note to note. In other words, I'd start with the C note. You don't have to. You can start with this side. I start with this side when I do the lessons, but you can, you know, start with either one, and just whether you're doing a 5 count, 4, 3, whatever, just do that count. That's all. So, and then I did the 5 count this way. And then I did the 3 count. It's every 3, so you're going back to the second note every time. Do it both ways, all the blocks. And you're not going to necessarily use it. This is to develop the ability to do them, right? Number one. Then you got that the biggest thing is you're going to hear what they sound like. That's the most important thing. kind of thing. So I did those on the last one, and you can also do a 4 count. All these different counts just help you to physically be able to execute them. This is after you get your, well, you can do it even if you don't get all the other blocks down. That's the most important thing, to be able to... to be able to just travel, I'm throwing in the flat 5. And maybe I'll do a lesson on that. My whole thing was I learned everything, any one thing, the thing I just did with throwing in the flat 5. I sat and learned it everywhere it existed. Each thing that I decided to learn. So on this one, back to the pentatonic again. Another thing I used to do with them is multiple little, their potential actual licks, okay? And I would start, say, at the open E position, but A minor pentatonic, all of this, and I would do stuff like a 6 count, then a root note, or a 5 count. In other words, we'll do a 6 count. What did I do? Where? Now I just got lost. Just those kind of, take your time. There's no speed necessary. Just listen to what they sound like. You could go all the way down. Those kind of things. They're potential phrases that you could use in your creativity. A double 6 count. Those kind of things. 5 count. So you got 1, or you could go start with the open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a root note. That's 5. See what I'm saying? 5 count, root note. That kind of thing. And these things will start showing up in your playing automatically over time. And then I also would do there's a lot of guys that can do these like lightning. I'm not one of them. A 71-year-old man that ran a chainsaw most of my life. I was a logger. I've had Guillain-Barré syndrome. I'm dealing with another neuromuscular thing. So I have to fight knowing that a lot of shit's against me. But I've become confident in being able to create phrases that are great, in my opinion. I know they are because people have told me. You're better than you think you are. But I don't even worry about that. My whole heart now is just to pass on what I know. Things that I did that helped me become a good enough player to get hired and paid to play the backing tracks. No cover music, no band. No band, just an MP3 with backing tracks. You know, and I used to do a couple-hour gig or whatever. Some gigs were 3 hours or whatever, and just play one instrumental after another. From learning these things, I could play to any track. I could hear a track, not the heavy metal or fast stuff or any of that, but, you know, stuff people like to listen to, average people. So again, the same thing. What was I doing? The 5 count, the 3 count, double 3 count. Oh, it's kind of really a 6 count in a root. So those kind of things. Oh yeah. Those kind of things all the time, and especially in open, I had some tracks that were just like in G, you know, or E, and I do this like in G. You know that, now we'd be getting into the diatonic in the mode. You know, just things, but anyways, back to the A minor pentatonic. So with these things, this is again part 2. Go look at part 1. I do the blocks and everything slower for you and lay them out. But what'll happen is just nice and slow. These kind of things, you're gonna hear these. I'm playing what I want to hear right now. I'm not even thinking. I don't have to think or look or wonder or worry. I'm playing what I want to hear, and because I've done all those counts between part 1 and part 2 here, you know. Those kind of things, just mastering it, and I don't have it mastered by any means, but put it this way. I would tell myself, well, can I do this certain thing? No, I can't. Well, then let's get that down. Can you do it on the whole fretboard? I'm telling myself that at the time. Well, no, I can't. Well, then do it on the whole fretboard. And with each and everything that I decided to start learning, it was the same thing with the diatonic, you know. Now, your A minor pentatonic can be used in the key of C, which I mentioned in the first one. Natural minor. But it could also be used with A Dorian, which is from the key of G. And like any pentatonic, can be used in several different keys. It's not just stuck with either A minor or C, you know. As long as those notes, any key that these notes are in, you can use them, you know. But the other notes, when you start using the whole diatonic, it's important that it's in the right key. Because if this A Dorian that's from the key of G. A natural minor is from the key of C, but they both, you can use the A minor pentatonic for either key, and it'll work in the right place. So I think I got maybe 1 more minute left. So the A Dorian, that's the big note difference from A natural minor, is that G, F sharp is in the Dorian. These notes are all the same. But the difference between Dorian and natural minor is that F note. That's A natural minor, the difference the F versus the F sharp. But the pentatonic. Alright, so I don't think I'm about 15 minutes. So part 2 on the A minor pentatonic. That stuff will really make you a better player if you can't do it already. You don't need speed. If you get them down and you can play the notes with confidence based on what you're hearing for your creativity, it'll be good enough.